Hello, it is Dr. Chris Raquel, and I am back again with a video for today. I hope you all are doing amazingly. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. You can also send me an email at askcrystalraquel@gmail.com if you have any questions that you would love to see me answer on a video. So I have a topic for today, and I wanted to let you know there are people that are watching you. You're so unique, you're beautiful, there's something really different about you, and there's people that are watching you. And you may even have a channel, some social media. It could be Instagram, it could be YouTube, it could be TikTok, it could be Twitter. There are people who are watching you, and there are people who not only are watching you but are imitating you. I just felt like today and over the past couple days that there's people who are lurking on people's social medias. It could be just from your posts, it could be videos, it could be anything. There's people who are lurking on your pages, and they are watching everything that you do. They're listening to what you're saying, if you're saying anything. They're reading or looking at your posts, if you have posts or photos, or if you've written anything. They may even be searching you. They're watching you, and some of them are imitating you. What I mean by that is there are some people who let's say maybe on Instagram where you can see if somebody's watching your posts, or if somebody's looking at your stories and things like that. There's people who they're watching what you do, they're looking at the outfits that you have on, they're going and buying the same thing, or they're searching what you have on to try to wear the same thing. There's people who let's say, they don't really have an active presence on social media or anything like that, but let's say, I can just talk about myself, just came to mind. You could be posting certain things. It could be about your outfit of the day, or it could be food. I post my food a lot now. They're watching what you do, and they're actually creating a similar online presence. What I mean by that is, one second. What I mean by that is there are people who they've created other accounts. You might have an account where you, they know you have this account, they have this account, but they're watching what you do, and they've now created separate accounts where they can imitate the things that you're doing. So let's say you've been posting your outfit of the day, and obviously a lot of people do those things, right? But these people, these new ideas that they're getting, it's because they've seen you do it. So like I said, other people do outfit of the day, whatever it may be, but that didn't necessarily inspire these people who are imitating you to do the same thing. They are now, because it's you, they've now created other channels where they can continue to watch you freely. Some of them, you see them watching you, or some of them you might not know that they're watching you. They've created accounts. So you might know that they're watching you in some regard, right? But now they've created other channels to where they can do what they've seen you do. And once again, inspiration is one thing, but it's the fact that other people have already done what you've been doing before you, like whether it's you posting your outfit of the day or whatever. But because it's you who's doing it. So there's just something about you, and you might inspire people in some ways. You might, people might watch you for whatever reason. They might like certain things about you, but there's people, be careful. There's people who are actually making accounts and channels, doing what you do, separately from you. And this just came to me over the past week. It's nothing, I don't have experience in this or anything like that, but I just felt like there's people who are doing that. So just be careful. There's people who are seeing what you do, and they may say to themselves, oh, wow, why is this person doing that? I should be doing that. They have no business doing that. They don't have style. Why are they posting their outfits? But now they're doing it themselves on separate channels, because they might be aware that that they, or they might be aware that like just like how they can see your channel, they might be aware that you are aware of their channel. So now they are making secret accounts. So that way they can freely watch you from their old account, their original account that you may or may not be aware of. And then they can create other content similar to what you've been doing. So be on the lookout for that. that's definitely a thing. There's people who they may not necessarily even want to do what you're doing. So it could be your Twitter, your Instagram, whatever it is. They may not even really want to do what it is that you're doing. But for whatever reason, because it's you who's doing it, now they're doing it. So it's like a strange thing, right? Where maybe they wanted to be able to watch you without you knowing. But now they've created another, like, not alias, but another persona online that's that you're not aware of. So keep those things in mind. There are people who that's why it's important when you're doing something to keep it to yourself. But sometimes, just based on how the world works, and sometimes based on how the world works, people are going to discover things without you necessarily wanting it to be exposed. But sometimes God will even help you. So if you're concerned, you might not really be sure. If you're concerned that there's someone who is online, like clocking things that you're doing and, you know, trying to imitate you, I urge you to please get down on your knees and pray. It might not necessarily be this same scenario, but there was a time where I sincerely prayed for God to protect me and for God to change the hearts of people who anyone who I might not even be aware of, like, has an issue with me. And I prayed sincerely, and God really exposed a lot of things. So what I'm saying is just always keep yourself in prayer. Always pray for, those around you, those who you're interacting with. Never, always be on your guard and make sure you have the protection of God. Make sure that God is walking with you. What I mean by that is make sure that you always plead the blood of Jesus on your life. Make sure you're always praying for the Holy Spirit to dwell within you. And when you're doing that, you're going to see a lot of change. God will expose things to you. A lot of times, there's things that we might not even be aware of that's going on. And sometimes it has to stay hidden from us, because if we really were aware of everything that was going on around us all the time, it will be overwhelming. But make sure that you're praying. Make sure that you're thanking God for him always being with you, walking with you, protecting you. And you're gonna see a big change. But yes, continue to pray to God for exposing your enemies. And that's not necessarily the point of this video, but just be aware there are people who are watching you. So stay on your A game. But then you may be wondering to yourself, why? Well, as I mentioned at the beginning, you're unique, you're different. There's something special about you. So people are going to see those things, and and it's nothing wrong with maybe someone being inspired. That's totally okay. There's no problem whatsoever. But I just I feel like there's people who are doing it with, I guess, bad intentions. Like maybe they may see that you have a potential for something, and because they might be able to see that the potential on you, or the blessing on you, or I guess even the excellence on you, they are competing with you internally. And because maybe you weren't even aware that you have this on you, maybe you didn't even see this in yourself, but they've seen it on you for a long time. So because they had that competition with you internally, they're I guess battling with something to where now they're competing with you. They want to say, okay, I see this person is going to be succeeding, so let me try to I guess get one up on them, or let me try to I guess beat them at whatever it is that they're doing. So it's nothing for you to worry about, but it's just something to be mindful of, that there are people watching you. There's people observing what you do. So always stay on your end game. Always make sure that you're trusting in God. Make sure that everything that you do is glorifying him. And God is gonna bless you for sure. I know He's already blessing you, so always be thankful for that. But keep those things in mind. And honestly, it doesn't really matter what anyone thinks, anything like that. But just be careful. There are some people who are watching you, and it doesn't really matter like what anyone says, because God has the final say. If God says you have so much in you, or God says that there's so much for you to do for his kingdom, then you will do that. You will be able to succeed and do those things. So don't be discouraged about what I'm saying, but it's something. Just, you may not think it's true, but there are people watching you. Okay, so stay on your A game, and just be aware, right? Yeah. So I hope this video made sense to you. Let me know what you think down below. Have you come across someone where you saw that they were like watching someone else? I would really like to hear any story that you have regarding this, because I just feel like that's what's going on in this day and age. People are creating other accounts and imitating other people that they know, and then they might not even know them, but then this happened once. I think I might have mentioned this in another video. There was one point where there was this lady. She was kind of like Kendra G, but Kendra G is way more popular, and the lady was kind of like saying negative things about Kendra G, like without mentioning her name. But it's like what the lady's doing is exactly what Kendra G is doing. So, yeah, my point in saying that is people sometimes they want to imitate you, but then they act like they're not. And yeah, it's just something that came to me because I've seen it a lot. But yeah, God is going to continue to bless you, and let me know what you think. I would love to get that conversation going in the comments. Have a blessed day. Bye.